Okay, I'm here. I'm here. Howdy, Xavier. Good to see you. Oh. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna come back after I get some water. So BRB real quick. Let's have our guy move over here again. Don't want his idle animation get in the way. Sure, let's look at the guest book. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I got my water. Woo! How we doing, everybody? Me, pretty darn good, I think. We're well on our way to getting the necessary materials needed for Kafka. In fact, I think I can synthesize a few more. I think this is safe to synthesize. Whatever, I'll make more if I need to. And this, I'm pretty sure I can get to, like, here, right? Yeah. Whatever. We just need to hit certain numbers. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next patch already, because we've pretty much cleared. Outside of this Garden of Plenty event, there's like no reason to like keep playing right now outside of dailies. We've covered everything. Well, I guess technically I could do more of this. The problem is that I don't think I have characters built for the other paths. Like, I might be able to do Hunt, but I really don't want to. And I have to build my healers before I could do Abundance. Just farmed enough ears for the first level of the Darkmoon Covenant. Congrats, Xavier. Good luck farming the rest. Are you doing online or purely offline? Because if it's purely offline, oh boy! We're also almost done with the Battle Pass, so yeah, that's going to be done soon. But yeah, what we're here for is one last temple on Silverwolf. Because here's the thing. Kafka's banner is dog shit. It's going to be awful. Thank God Dr. Ratio's coming for free, because I get to get him without having to go through that banner. But Kafka I can't avoid. I gotta wail for her. Which means I'm going to probably get, like, E6 Hook. Which, by the way, I'm still a little annoyed that I got Hook instead of Hanya. Why am I doing this? I'm an idiot. There we go. I'm still kind of pissed I got Hook instead of Hanya on this banner. Like, come on, just give me my E4 Hanya. At best, I'm going to have E3, and that's if I get her in this next pull. I guess I could theoretically get 2 Hanyas in one temple, but let's be honest, I'm not betting on that. Both? Oh, so you're farming offline while waiting for online stuff to click in, I imagine? I was just farming because I got pretty close naturally through PvP, but apparently there isn't a lot of people playing online on Xbox. Oh, you're playing on the Xbox version. Yeah, I don't think it's all, like, what do they call it? Crossplay? Yeah, I think it's all, like, separate, so. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong. Taeyun is never going to get to 80. She's forever stuck on 76 while I try to save for Kafka. And then we got to get Lynx. I've spent a little on Lynx to help level her a bit, but I'm going to stop here. I don't want to waste any more. I really want to focus on getting Kafka up. Yeah, there's Bronya. Bronya's another character who, like, we're just never going to get done. Su Shang's forever going to be on the bench. I'll level her when I have nothing else to do with leveling characters, and I want her, her passes from leveling. Silverwolf's a character I should build, but because I'm so focused on Kafka, I'm not going to. The good news is, I guess, is that Black Swan releases with the new patch, with the 2.0, right? And they're gonna add new trace materials for characters. So Black Swan, there's no point in pre-farming for her, because we're just not gonna be able to farm for her until she comes out. I think a single FromSoft game is cross-compatible. Yeah, that's what I thought. I couldn't imagine it is. Yeah. So overall, also I'm really happy they're apparently going to increase the team count from 6 to 9. I don't know if it's next patch or the patch after. I think it's next patch though, and that's going to be nice. Because I really do want to have more teams set up, because we're getting to the point where I have all these characters and I want to kind of have a bunch of different presets for them based on the situation. Probably gonna ignore Sampo because Luca is gonna take priority. What can we have Sampo use in terms of light guns? Probably the Nihili light gun we get from her to shop. Can I actually use that right now? Sure, let's go there. Yeah, they announced a cool update for AC6 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I heard about the new parts coming. I was like, oh, that's gonna be cool, and it's actually, you know, actually getting patched in. I'll have ranked PvP, a new set of mech parts, and 4 weapons. Oh, ranked PvP. I don't know. I don't know if that's actually gonna improve the PvP scene in AC6, but what do I know? I don't know, I feel like this is the kind of thing that's just gonna make it more toxic, but not actually better. But then again, I think FromSoft PvP is kind of dog shit anyway, so what do I know? I always liked Armored Core because you could play it with friends, you know, back when, you know, we did split screens in the ye old days. Some of you Zoomers probably wouldn't know about that. I don't know about online PvP, though. Oh, I forgot to use one of my coins. Whoops. Okay, well, whatever. Alright, enough delaying. Alright, so the goal here is to get a Hannya. The other goal is to not get a 5-star. Or if I do get a 5-star, please don't be Silverwolf. Again, it's not the worst thing in the world if I get a Silverwolf. The thing is, I would be getting E2 Silverwolf, which again would be really good, because having whenever she enters reduces enemy effect res by 20%. That is super good. But I really, 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 really want to just be able to get Kafka without having to wail too hard. Especially if I go for E2 Kafka, which I'm heavily thinking of doing. God, so many financial mistakes I am making for this one character. But we'll see. So, okay, so the goal is, please, don't get Silverwolf. Let's confirm this. Okay, so I got Lynx in the last temple and a sword play. That's cool. Asta. Hannya. Okay, so Silverwolf, I am exactly 30 pulls into pity. I'm nowhere near even soft pity, so I should not get another Silverwolf. Then again, I was at like 30 on my last pity when I got Silverwolf that time, so I'm gonna get so screwed. I can see it. It doesn't require entering a lobby manually, and just like quick play, I'll check it out. If it doesn't require entering a lobby manually and just like quick play, I'll check it out. Yeah, but again, the problem is that with peer-to-peer, and even to some extent with some server PvP, is that the netcode and stuff can screw you over, and it's just not as smooth or interesting as an experience as when you're just doing it with friends over a LAN connection. Anyway. Alright, let's see how badly I get screwed over. No 5-star. Now let's see if I get Hannya. Come on, Pom-Pom. Give me like 2 Hannyas. Hannya? 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 Oh, Pela. Oh, Lynx. Well, I guess that's a decent 10 pull. I got 2 4-stars. One of them's not even on the banner, though. I finally got Pela. But not Hanya. Well, darn. Alright. E5. Oh, we're getting free links in the next patch, so... That means I have E6 basically already.
Everyone needs some time alone.
What's our last thing anyway? Additionally boost max HP increasing effects. Additionally boost the max HP increasing effect of survival response by an amount equal to 6% of Lynx's max HP, and increases effect res by 30%. That's not bad. Almost E6. I'm gonna laugh too, because Natasha's also gonna be E6 once we're done with Kafka pulls. At least I'll have both my healers at E6. Good janky fun, I suppose. I think PvP experience at Dark Souls 3 has been very enjoyable, personally. Yeah, I guess if you like that sort of thing. Again, I think in general, like, those games just aren't designed for PvP. I think the fun part of online stuff with, From Software games is more the novelty of having, like, people invade your world or help join you in your world than anything. Well. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I got Pela, so that's cool, I guess. Another Nihility unit for me to build. I have way too many units to build at this point. I mean, hey, I guess this means I have a chance of getting Hanya's on Kafka banner. If I'm lucky. I could pull her. It's possible. I heard that there's a possibility of, during Chinese New Year, we'll get to pick, free 4-stars from the Luofu, because apparently they do something similar with its, like, China equivalent in Genshin or something. If that's true, I'll probably use it on Hanya's sister, Shui, but I could totally see myself using it on Hanya if I get a few more copies. I don't know, I was always aiming for E4 Hanya if we could, but I'm happy with what we got. The problem is just that I can't afford to build Hanya right now. Because I need to get Kafka. And then I have to save for Black Swan. And also Sparkle, because I really want to get Sparkle. Who's the 4-star coming with them? Oh yeah, Misha. I also want Misha. There's too many characters in this game, is what I'm saying. Screw this game. Just way too much. Let's actually spend our stuff on this. What world do I want to use it for? What's World 6 again? Salsodo. I remember getting decent stuff for this world, so... World 5. No. Let's do this one. Again, because we only have to get to the first boss and then we're done. I'm a faith build, so I've been using the Unfaltering Prayer skill to poise through attacks and hit people with lightning point blank. I mean, that's always fun. Being able to just poise through everything. I think we go Curio. Double rewards. There we go.
You won't get away.
Well, man, I love it when I don't have to do anything and the game just plays itself for me. Elation. Reroll. Nah, Elation. Oh, wow, already Topaz's technique coming into play. That's awesome. Yeah. I'm gonna turn this down on my end so I can hear you guys more. Oop, there we go.
You won't get away.
Time to twirl!
So Godric is coming along nicely. Unfortunately, he's still not done. There's still so much to go through with him. It's not, like, unmanageable or anything, but it's like, oh boy. I really, really, really would rather not have to talk about the Moog stuff, but I kind of feel like I have to because I'm not going to talk about Moog for, like, ever. Okay, yeah, nothing else here. I know lightning spells work differently in Dark Souls from Elden Ring. Here, they hit an extra time if something's next to you when you cast it. Oh, really? They have bounce? I did not know that. News to me. Yeah, I think we can just...
Go Nappy!
You won't get away.
Lightning Stake hits up to 3 times. Yeah, the thing is, I don't usually use Miracle, so some of the nuances are completely unknown to me. After a character uses their ultimate? I think we should just go for Elation. That's not Elation. Sure, basic attack crit damage, why not? I guess we'll farm for occurrences. Oh, I should have done this first, because it's double reward still. Sigma, blah, blah, blah. Obtain 2-star Blessing of the Hunt. Yeah, we'll do Elation. Delay. Always go for action delay. Not bounce, they just do extra damage if you're close to an enemy. Huh. I actually don't know why that would be. Oh, do you mean if you, as in the player character, are close to an enemy, not if an enemy's close to another enemy? Okay, in that case, then, okay, yeah, that makes sense. So it's just basically proximity. Okay, okay, okay. Tantalizing. Reset. God, what are with these garbage results? I guess we're going propagation.
Upgrade configured.
We're already at the boss, right? Yeah. Well.
Now, how should I dispose of you?
Burn away.
But yeah, so Godric is almost finished as far as like the last section is concerned. He's filling out like the Moog stuff and like the final stuff with the dragon, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then I have to figure out some of the earlier sections, which I never got to filling out. Like I never got to filling out the stuff with like the tower against the demi-humans in Whipping Peninsula or the Tower of Return. Did not mention that. Let's do this.
The market is unpredictable. Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
We do this.
Do you know who I am? This big guy!
We do this then.
It's all yours!
Perhaps you still don't have humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Demons or devils, I'll crush them all!
Right! Investing in victory.
Loving going through the Godric / Vodafone lore. Oh yeah. Being able to go through this is actually a lot cooler than, of course, Age of Plenty. As I said, the problem with Age of Plenty is that all the good stuff I had already written, and the rest of it was just kind of dull to me. There's nothing really interesting going on that you could really sink into once I wrote all the good stuff. Like, the close I think I got to that was talking about the positioning of the different, like, chalices ornamenting Lingdell, right? Because there's actual significance to where some of them are placed, right? Well, actually, I would say all of them have some significance, so not in the same way for each of them.
And I'm no exception.
So it's one of those things where you can actually get, like, a lot of enjoyment on that. But, like, the rest of it, it's just boring, like, world-building stuff.
Liquidation!
If there was, like, more on, like, the details of the family in the early life of, like, Godwyn or something, sure. Doesn't really matter. Sure, whatever. Alright, let's use this and then get out of here. Woo! What? Oh my god, chat, that's amazing. Energy regeneration rate with effect hit rate on it? Holy frick. That is good. That's whatever. Wait a second, I don't need to go through here, we can just leave. Game's a little loud. Sure. Let's put it down to 35. There we go. Alright, hopefully the game's not too quiet now. World building can be fun. I'd like to know exactly how the religions work and stuff. Okay, yes, Xavier. If it was something like that, then sure. The problem is the world building is not fun. At least for me. Again, it's the type of stuff I'm sure you guys would really love, but for me, I find it dreadfully dull. There's no human element in there that makes it interesting for me. Compared to, say, talking about, like, Anor Londo during its comparable golden age of peace, right? There's a lot of stuff happening there, including interpersonal politics and interpersonal drama and familial politics that really sort of spice up that era, despite it being pretty much can be summed up as things were generally good and there were a few scandals. It's like sans some scandals. Everything was pretty good, going good for everybody. And then everything started falling apart when the fire began to fade, right? It really isn't something that's like, okay, the most complicated stuff, but there's a lot of really interesting things that happen in Anor Londo in the post-Dragon Hunt period. Between, like, Gwyn and Seath and the gods in general and their technology and their culture. And then some of the stuff with Priscilla, and the painting world. Like, there's just so much stuff with various characters that are going on that are interesting. There is some of that in there. Like, for example, when we're talking about Godefroy, we're talking about, of course, a character who is alive and living during a lot of these events during this golden age of the Age of Plenty. The problem is we don't have enough about Godefroy that'd be worth mentioning in Age of Plenty itself. So it's not really something where I can talk about Age of Plenty itself being that much more interesting. Same thing with Godwyn. Like, right now, I'm more firmly in the camp now that Godwyn was born before Morgott and Mohg, but after Godefroy. So Godefroy is the firstborn in my estimation. And then Margit, Mohg, of course, come at the end of the tail end of the Age of Plenty, right? Like, basically, they are the harbingers of its downfall, to oversimplify. And then Godwyn is born somewhere in the middle there, possibly closer to Morgott and Mohg's births. And then that's why he's not really relevant until we get to the Ancient Dragon War, which chronologically happens a little later. So we go from the Omen incident occurs, Morgott and Mohg are born, they get abandoned. The Crucible finally, like, formally dies out, and just now we have just the Erd Tree as we well, I shouldn't say as we know it today, because it changed post-Shattering, but basically, the Erd Tree as we're familiar with it for the most part. The minor Erd Trees show up, various other, like, factions and things result from that. Marika's now looking into understanding the Order to figure out what the hell's going on, and then the Liurnian Wars are a byproduct of that. And so she starts working for research. We, of course, know what happens with Radagon marrying Rennala and all that. Then we get the Ancient Dragon War, and by the time the Ancient Dragon War rolls around, after the whole Liurnian War stuff, that is when Godwyn, at the very least, has to have matured into a young man. I don't know how old he would be by this point, but at the very least, he would have to be physically mature enough to be able to fight and distinguish himself in the war. Now, I believe Godefroy potentially also took part in the war, but did not distinguish himself, or skipped down the war entirely because he's probably either too old, or not feeble enough, or maybe he was too cowardly. Whatever the reason is, he did not showcase his skills in the same way as Godwyn. So then Godwyn's the person who's remembered in the Dragon War. I think there were other demigods involved. I think that's the point of the, what's it called? God, what's it called? I'm trying to remember. The Sainted Hero's Grave. That's it. So the Sainted Hero's Grave exists, essentially. Yeah, let's get some farming done. Sainted Hero's Grave exists, essentially, to bury heroes of the war, specifically demigods. And I believe that's the source of the cursed spirits whose grudges are being summoned by the bell ringers, the revenant servants and all that. Now, I still have to, like, develop that idea a little more, because because there are still some questions there I have. Also, Happy New Year, chat. But that's where I'm kind of at right now. Maybe you'll get some more interesting Age of Plenty lore in the DLC if you're very lucky. Yeah, that's always possible. Because here's what we can expect from the DLC. It's probably going to cover a lot of different bits of lore. Maybe not substantially, but at the very least we should get like one item or something that's going to at least connect back to that period. I think that's a fairly reasonable expectation. It could be something that Miquella picked up, and it's like a relic from that period. Maybe it's something related to Godric's faction or something like that. But I think it's reasonable to say we're going to get something connected to the Age of Plenty. It could be something even like, oh, Miquella wants to create his own Age of Plenty because he had the Rune of Abundance or some shit. So this item was something that he was interested in and he collected for himself or something like that, right? Like, that is a very easy, that's a very easy lore tie-in to make with the subject matter we're dealing with. And I think it's going to happen for a lot of stuff. I could see us getting stuff with Moog. I could see us getting stuff with, what's he called? Godwyn, obviously, with the whole Destined Death and all that. Probably going to get some stuff with Melina. But again, I have no expectations of this stuff. This is just like what I could reasonably infer would happen. Also, fun fact, apparently the Omen Shackles are referred to in the code as inserting trauma. Trauma written in English because the Japanese use that term very commonly, mostly in the same way that we would use trauma, but sometimes just as a general word for, difficulties. Would probably be the best way to think about it. But again, I don't know, I'd have to see it for myself. One cool thing about the Age of Plenty stuff, though, that we might be able to get expanded on is Melina. Because her early life is something we don't have too much on, other than the idea that if she's the Golem-eyed Queen, which she obviously is, we know that she apparently seems to have been more or less on the same side as the Two Fingers who were selecting her to take up this role, right? And the Greater Will, I guess you could say in a larger sense. In that case, maybe we could get expansions on her early life and what it was like for her growing up. Because I touch on that slightly on the Age of Plenty thing. But I definitely could use a bit more substance to really get into her head at the time. I have no idea, just someone's talking about it on Twitter. Yes. The fabled Twitter user. Yeah. But like when we were taking the shots of God of War and stuff like that, like I would have loved if there was a bit more done with this character model, and who knows, maybe we'll see that in the DLC. One cool thing I would love to see is portraits of all the demigods in their prime. Like, I would love to see a portrait of God of War, and they actually do something to, like, distinguish him from Godric in some way, like, in his portrait. Like, maybe you could show some resemblance, but he doesn't actually look like a copy-paste of, Godric. Same thing with, like, say, Radagon. I would love a clear portrait of Radagon so we can put his skin tone to rest. I guess lesser extent, Marika, though I think we more or less have, like, enough, imagery for her. Radon... Again, I think we have the one portrait with him, so he's fine. Rykard, again, same thing. Love to get a clear look at his thing, so we can put the whole, is he blonde, is he red-haired, yada yada to rest. I think people would want Godwyn just so they could have a face for Godwyn. You know, that isn't like fan art. Yeah, I was about to mention paintings. Yeah, like something like that would be cool. It doesn't even have to be like something like they make a big deal about. It could just be like you're going through like some dreamscape and like there's a bunch of portraits in various rooms. Maybe like some palace idea that they could go through.
So devils, I'll crush them all.
God, I love Tail. Anyway. Yeah, there's something there at least. I don't know if they will, of course, but it would be cool if they would do something like that, so that way... I mean, they kind of did something similar with Ashes of Ariandel. Right? They gave us a few portraits of, like, but they were more abstract and sort of symbolic, so it's kind of a little bit different. I would like some actual, like, portraits where you could say, okay, these are supposed to be depicting the people as they were at the time of the painting's, creation. Godwyn just looks like Radagon. I would say in fan art, yes, but we don't know what Godwyn actually looks like, except for the fact that he likes to go bare-chested like Radagon. We don't ever get to actually see his face. I mean, for all we know, Godwyn has a beard. He could be rocking a goatee or something. There we go. That was a joke, not a statement.
Go Navi!
I still stand by my case.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
I don't know. DLC still seems to be a long way off. I know some people are hopeful it's going to be in February. I have absolutely zero faith that's going to be the case. There's no way they would have announced at the awards then if it was going to be that soon. I don't think we should expect it at any time sooner than maybe
Did I
May.
win? Did I win?
Not even a thanks.
I hate to say that, but I think that's going to be the case. I also hate to say that it's probably going to be like 2 years before we get DLC for this game. I'm starting to feel like the DLC was like bottom priority in From Software's development schedule, and they only have a skeleton crew that's been working on it. I'm starting to get that sense. Because from like all the like weird things I've been hearing behind the scenes from Lance McDonald and stuff like that, and things, it's starting to sound. It's starting to. I shouldn't say it sounds like. It's starting to feel like to me, like that there are less devs working on the DLC than we actually think. Like most of the Elden Ring staff have actually moved on to other projects, and they only have a skeleton crew left behind to kind of like keep working on like the DLC stuff, and that's why it's taking so long. Because even assuming it's going to be super big, there's no way it's so big that it's taking half of the development of the entire game to create. I'm sorry, that's just not happening. I'd assume we would at least get a depiction of some sort of Godwin since he's such a big part of Miquella's motivation. Yeah, that does sound reasonable. The problem is that I really... Like, if you told me stuff I don't want to see in the DLC, I don't want to see, like, let's throw out an arbitrary number, 30% of the DLC dedicated to Destined Death. I really don't want to see that, because I feel like the base game already does so much with Destined Death, and there's so many other parts of the lore I'd rather see. Again, I have zero expectations, so I can't be disappointed, but if you told me, like, one thing I don't want to see, it's I don't want to see too much Destined Death get the focus. Maybe Godwin himself, but, like, Destined Death as a whole, I'd rather not. Give me more stuff on, like, Godfrey. Give me more stuff on, like, Farum Azula. Give me more stuff on what's it called? Yeah, you know, actually, let's let the auto keep going. Give me more stuff on, what's it called? Nox and the Eternal Cities. Give me more stuff on the Sun Realm. There's, like, so many other parts of the lore. Give me more stuff on the ancient civilization and the ancient dynasties. I don't know anything about game development yet, but neither do I, so we're just two idiots on the internet, I guess.
Happy New Year!
Who will it be?
We'll get how much Deathblight screws up the Elden Ring / Erdtree or something. Yeah, and you know, I think that's reasonable, right? Like, if the Shadow of the Erdtree thing turns out to be, like, some, like, phantom reflection of the Deathblight's effect on the Erdtree and the reality or whatever, then okay, I can live with that, right? But, like, if we're gonna, like, start seeing, like, the DLC, like, a huge chunk of the DLC and the lore dumps on the DLC just be more on Destined Death, I'm like, we already have enough. I'd rather you focus on the spirit world as a whole. And then if that indirectly ties into our understanding of Destined Death, cool. But, like, I'd rather it not be focused on just, hey, here's more stuff on Skelly Bros and what their back story lore is. Just because I think it's been done to death so much, it'll just be repetitive stuff we can already either already know about or can already reasonably infer from the existing lore. Like, I'm not expecting anything crazy when it comes to, what's it called,
Investing in victory means playing the
the demigods, with the shard bearers, I should say. Like, I'm not expecting lots of lore on Radahn.
Stars, give these
I wouldn't expect a
trailblazers
lot of
your
lore on
blessing.
Rennala. You know what? Actually, maybe. If they focus on, like, if they focus on Miquella, and it's gonna be about, like, him, like, going to the academy or something during his youth, you know, his youth. He's always young, but you get what I mean. Then that could be something interesting to kind of tie in, but I don't think it's gonna focus too much on Rennala herself, because I think there's, again, enough in the base game to work with. I don't think they're gonna focus on Ranni. I think, again, Ranni has, like, a whole quest dedicated to her. I don't think there's just too much more to say or do about Ranni's lore. Maybe more stuff on Albinaurix, possibly? But, I think they would more go through the angle of the Nox, if anything. Maybe we'll get some death lore with a Twin Bird boss or something that happens. Yeah, maybe we'll get some stuff on, like, the... Actually, what's that character called? The Mother? The Mother of all the Death Birds or whatever? Is that what she's just called? The Mother of Death Birds or whatever? I actually don't remember. I could have swore there was, like, a fancy name she had. But yeah, the Twin Bird. We might get some lore on, like, her and stuff. That would be a lot better than just focusing on Destined Death and Skeletons and Deathblight and all that stuff. I agree. When he's child to the second power!
Who will it be?
Liquidation! Right! Investing in victory.
Oh, that is
Playing
good.
the long game.
Get them!
That is so good.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, so like, if we get, like, more, like, confirmation of, like, Miquella attending the academy, taking part in school studies, maybe some contribution he made to the academy that we don't find in the base game, but we'll find it in his dream world or something. Again, one thing that I would really love to see in Miquella's dream world is us going to different places from different points in time that are either of interest of Miquella or relevant to his life. Which, again,
So devils.
that could be a very broad assortment of topics. Like I said, I would love to see, say, the Sun Capital before it was replaced by Langdell. I'd love to see the front half of Langdell.
Project
The
Wrath.
best part is you could have the front half of Langdell and include houses for all the different demigods, and then use that to have all the portraits of the different demigods so we know whose house is whose, and therefore get more insight into the various demigods. Wouldn't that be really cool? I'm just saying. Maybe some Ranni lore if we find her discarded Great Rune. Yeah, because we don't get her Great Rune, do we? Yeah, I didn't mention Xavier. Because she had to have claimed a Great Rune to be challenging the throne. But we don't actually see it in-game. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. So yeah, maybe they could include that for Ranni. There's also signs, like, if Ronnie's the one, if Ranni and Miquella were collaborating to some extent, and that's why, Ranni visits us,
Right!
like some people are
Investing in
beginning to
victory.
theorize,
Playing the long game.
that could work. That, like, Ranni gave her Great Rune to Miquella or something, or just left it in his dream world. Because there's still the whole thing about
stars,
Torrent's master
give
and stuff, and
these
Ranni clearly
trailblazers your
knows stuff about
blessing.
Torrent, it's looking more and more like Torrent
Confiscated.
is, it belongs to Miquella. And that our journey was orchestrated by
Project
Miquella,
Wrath.
potentially for the purposes of the DLC's plot, whatever that is. I don't know if it's like to save him or what have you. Again, I'll be honest, I'm not expecting us to fight Miquella as a boss. Maybe if it's like Saint Trina or something. But I don't know, I'm not expecting Miquella to already be dead or out of the picture or something. Radahn, but like I said, Radahn, expecting nothing. Godric, obviously not. Maybe Godofah. Maybe.
Right! Investing in
I could
victory.
maybe see something related to Godofah ending up in the DLC somehow. Mostly because I think Miyazaki would want to have that character expanded on more than he is in the base game. At least have like some items or things to give some more drops on him. If we get like boss fights and stuff like Sarash and Godwyn, again that could be another way to get like lots of lore for some of those earlier
Stars,
periods.
give
Now,
these trailblazers your blessing.
she specified that discard in some way. I'm gonna have to look over that line then wherever that's stated because I don't remember
Investing in victory
that at all.
means playing the long game.
either already dead or as like a big side quest like Ronnie.
Ribbit trip.
You know what? Yeah, I guess I could see him being like a Ronnie type side quest character. The problem is it's gonna rely super heavily on how involved they want Nicola to be in our character story. Because ultimately it's going to be an optional side quest, and then it's going to be like, okay, we go and help Nicola, and then we go and kill his sister. Or we've killed his sister, and then we help Nicola. Like, I mean, I guess it could tell us a lot if Nicola turns out to be kind of heartless and not really care about Melania's fate. But I don't know, that might cause some problems, and I think it might be easier for Miyazaki to, like, write Nicola as, like, already, like, without any agency. Or at the very least, ignorant in some fashion. So that way we're not causing him any grief by having killed, like, the one family he seems to care about. But again, maybe we'll get the big twist. It's like, oh, Nicola actually never cared for her.
Stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
I don't know, it's a weird thing to have to write around. I would love, though, if we get an item that makes, like, Melania, like, a trivial boss fight. Like, we get, like, the Gascoigne, music box type deal that, like, stuns her for, like, 2 seconds or whatever, or maybe like some item that makes it where you can like have an ultimate shield like with Manus that dodges like her super attack during her phase 2 transition, right? I would find that so funny. Would he be able to see outside the dream? If he's able to make his appearance and presence known to other people as Trina, the god of dreams, he should be able to. At the very least, he should be able to visit and experience other people's memories. I don't know if that lets him be able to, like, reconnect to his body at the Haley Tree or something, or, like, know what's going on with his body and mode. That's where, like, the big question is. We know that Melania, however, at least from her dialogue, it sounds like she has visited the dream in the past. Like, she has been part of it, and she's desperately trying to go back there, but she fails. And obviously, then we intrude, and that's when she's, like, starts monologuing. So, at least, again, maybe I misinterpreted her words, but it sounds to me like that's sort of the problem, is that for some reason, she's not able to reconnect with Nicholas. And either it's because of Moog taking him out of the Haley Tree and bringing him elsewhere, or because he's occupied doing something else that's keeping her, that's not allowing her to reconnect to him. Which then begs the question of how are we going to be able to connect to him? Are we going to have some special item that's going to somehow resonate or whatever? Like, again, there's so many unknowns. I am curious how the writing's going to cover it. Also, poor Gwen Ifen. I swear, Gwen Ifen is my team. She's the squishy member of my team who seems to always get hit.
Give these trailblazers your blessing.
There we go.
Give me strength.
Yeah, too late now, huh, Hua Hua?
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Alright, let's kill these guys.
Investing in victory means playing the long game.
Who will it be?
This is getting into English dialogue. Ronnie is said to have cast aside her great runes, so here at the hold, we seek the whereabouts of the remaining 3 shard bearers. Okay, so it's Gideon who brings that up.
Project Wrapped.
Yeah, and we don't find it in any of the locations we go to in-game, so it has to be somewhere else. Then yeah, it might be in the Dream World. I was always thinking we were going to get Nicola's Rune of Abundance, but maybe we'll also get Ronnie's Great Rune. That might also be a great way to justify more content by letting it be like we get multiple bosses that let us potentially get multiple different Great Runes, so it's not just the one for the DLC, it's possibly 2 or 3. So we get Melania's, right? Yeah, we get Melania's from killing her, and we get to go to that Divine Tower. Another thing that'd be cool to see is the Vassal Beasts. Because so far, all we know is that Ronnie gets one, and Marika gets one. But we don't know about the previous god before Marika, or about Miquella and Melania. Like, did they also get Vassal Beasts? Like, presumably they would. If so, where are those Vassal Beasts now? What happened to them? If we get, like, lore on their fates, or see them in-game, that'd be cool. Anything else we want to farm from here? I don't think so. eventually have to level these up too. One of these days. Oh, so that's where my Fermata went. I forgot. I can't remember if it was a rumor or not that they combined 2 DLC, so maybe a Mikola and Ronnie DLC. From what I've heard, that's not the case. But it's been a while. I may be misremembering. I need one more of these. I am so close. I am so close. I have to wait one more week before I can get the light cone. And then it's going to be 2 weeks to get the various cards. Again, we're not doing this so soon. Yeah, so you want to grab this. And then it's going to be working to grab all these. You need 8 more. Yeah, you need 8 more. So it's going to be 1 more week to do this, and then 2 months in order to get this up to S5. Which honestly is pretty fair. That means I'll have it S5 by the time, Black Swan. Just because, like, next week, when does this patch end? Alright, so we're about, like, a week away, right? So this patch is gonna be coming out probably, like, the day after Christmas, so, like, the 26th or 27th, I assume. And then it'll be 6 weeks for the 1.6. So, like, yeah, okay. So, like, around the time that I get, Kafka, like, a week into, like, Kafka's banner, I should be able to get, like, maxed out for this light cone. And then, that'll go on Luca, who I might level. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna skip Sampo, because I have to save up for Black Swan, but I might, do Luca on the side. Ugh. The problem is I have both Bronya and and Silverwolf are really good. Pela's good, but, you know, to be fair, I don't need Pela, because I have Silverwolf for the time being. And I don't have, like, Pela's, yeah, like, I don't have any of her Eidolons. Yeah, if I had her E2, I might be more concerned about building her, but I don't, so it's fine. Hook, we don't care. Like I said, we're gonna get E6 Hook. I've just accepted that. It's gonna be E6 Hook, E6 Natasha, and, who's the last character that's on that banner? Oh, Sushong. Wait, how many do I have for Sushong? I already have her E4. I mean, the good news is, when I get E6 Sushong, she's gonna be a free recycle on that pull. So, I guess that's an upside. That's an upside. I keep getting 20s. I'm actually really glad I didn't get this thing, because I was thinking, oh, I'm never going to be pulling on a banner with, like, Natasha again. Maybe I should do this if I want to give her, like, a hurrah. It's like, no. I also have ended up not getting anything for these 5 stars. Like, I want this, and I want this to a lesser extent. But, like, I don't need them. And I know that if I pull enough times, I'll eventually get them. Like, maybe one day I'll be like, yeah, you know what, I'll sacrifice 30 pulls to guarantee this light cone. But only if I get Jeppy. As we can see, I am so far away from Jeppy. I am 130 pulls away, and it's going to take me at least another year to get there. I might be misremembering it as well. Yeah, yeah, like, it's possible, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the DLC, and I wouldn't be surprised if we hear some, like, crazy rumors when it's finally out and devs start talking about, like, the development process and why it took so long. Maybe if your theory about how Placky's god died is true, we'll go into the Erd Tree in the dream and through some dream wackiness receive her Elden Rune / Great Rune. Ooh, that's an interesting idea. If we could, see, Elden Runes that were taken out or belonging to the Erd Tree, sorry, to the Elden Ring, before it became the Erd Tree. Or were taken or removed at some point, maybe by Marika. Because we still have the idea that Marika and Radigan both have Great Runes. And I believe that exact term is used for them, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Great Rune is used for both of their Sore Seals / Scar Seals insignias, right? And the stuff that we see commonly associated with them. Those are supposed to be runes from the Elden Ring. Which begs the question, did Placky's god do something similar? And if she did, where is that and what happened to it? If it was with her when she died, did it, like the Elden Ring, become part of the Erd Tree and was taken out separately? Or was it something that she left somewhere and then was collected? Like you said, we could collect it in Mikola's dream world then, potentially. Like, it could be like some crumbling part of Farum Azula, maybe it was left there, and we're supposed to believe it was potentially, like, I don't know, collected by, like, Godfrey during the Ancient Dragon War and brought back to to the Langdell, and then Miquella picked it up after Godfrey left, and it was left in the capital. Like, I could construe, like, some crazy, like, timeline like that, where something like that could happen, and somehow it ends up in Miquella's dream world. Again, also, potentially, depending on how the dream worlds function, it could just be a quote-unquote duplicate, a clone copy of that Elden Rune. But again, I don't know how the preservation of power functions, right? Like, you know, the law of thermodynamics, but, you know, with, like, fantasy power. I don't know how that functions in Elden Ring lore. Because in Dark Souls lore, it seems to be very much strictly to the idea of, you know, like, a soul is a soul. That's part of the reason I think multiverses don't work, because I think it creates too many problems of, like, okay, there's an infinite number of souls, even though the power's supposed to be limited and all that stuff, right? Bloodborne's a lot more free, but Bloodborne has a very unique cosmology that sort of supports
Hi,
that
this
ability
is
to have,
Taka
like,
speaking.
okay, you have reality, which is
Yotsuya?
limited and it has this function thing, but then you have
Hi.
this, this parallel
How?
reality
Zidola.
of the dreamscapes, right?
Stripping.
That sort of exists outside of time and space and outside of, like, any laws of physics and powers and stuff. So, like, it's a little wacky to think about, but it makes the idea of, like, cloning and duplicating, like, the power of blood and all that stuff, like, infinitely, like, not that crazy of a concept in their cosmology. I don't know if that's the same in Elden Ring, though. I would need more. Ayo, hey, Nobre. They're both uniquely called the Elden Runes. No other runes are called that. Okay, so it's called something slightly different. So they may be different from the quote-unquote Great Runes, then. They may be, like, maybe smaller pieces of Great Runes. Or maybe pieces that are don't have an as power... Yeah, maybe, like, something where it's, like, they're just not as powerful as, like, a quote-unquote Great Rune. And they're separated out. Or it's purely because they've been separated out in that fashion that they're considered different from Great Runes, and that otherwise they are virtually identical, maybe. Because they're uniquely, you know, used for a different purpose compared to the Great Runes. Wait a minute, if Radagon's rune is known as an Elden rune, how did nobody raise an eyebrow at that? Why would they raise an eyebrow at it? You have to keep in mind that Radagon, again, let's assume that he had his Elden rune, even when he was married to Rennala. I haven't looked into, like, if that's true or not, but let's just assume that's the case. Radagon is supposed to be, ostensibly, a part of the royal family, so he's supposed to be some close relative of Marika's, in some fashion. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a cousin, or maybe a second cousin, or whatever the you know, the specific backstory is supposed to be. But essentially, he is supposed to be related to her, and it's not too crazy to think that a member of the royal family might have an Elden rune. That, like, you know, Marika was like, oh, hello, my cousin, I will give my cousin a piece of the Elden Ring because I love him so much. I have no idea about timeline stuff. Yeah, exactly. Again, I haven't looked too deep into this with Radagon, but assuming his Elden Rune was a thing he had always, and I'm going to assume that mostly because the Mask of Confidence, or whatever it's called, that the professors at the Raya Lucaria, you know, for the Carians, yeah, the Carian professors wear, they have his Elden Rune, you know, like, represented as, like, covering their mouths to represent how Radagon told them to be such, you know, such about the whole secrets of the gods that was going on between him and Rennala and all the stuff they were doing behind closed doors. So I'm going to assume that he already had his Elden Rune if he's able to, like, use that pattern there. Again, it could just be a coincidence because he likes to demend and stuff anyway, yada yada, but I think it's significant. I've been getting into Bloodborne lore recently, and I'm confused by something. How do other worlds thing work in BB? Stay hydrated, chat. Other worlds in Bloodborne is, how do I put this simply? Other worlds in Bloodborne are purely gameplay stuff. There are no, like, multi-dimensional thing. I would compare it closer to Demon Souls, where the other worlds is just gameplay speak. In the lore, there's nothing where it's like, oh, there's parallel universes for Gascoigne in Bloodborne, and we're summoning a Gascoigne from another world. No, you're summoning the Gascoigne. Hence why the game will automatically de-summon him when you're going to fight the actual Gascoigne in a boss fight, because, well, that would create really huge lore contradictions. Hey, Rosario, welcome. Are you new? Jaslyn Zoe del Rosario. Sorry if I said that wrong. But yeah, don't think too hard about it, Nobre. It's nothing significant. Yeah, let's at least get started on something. World disaster. I want to actually... World disaster. Swarm disaster. At the very least, start plotting. Alright, so I've done Remembrance. I'm not doing Preservation because I don't have a Shielder. Not doing Abundance. Not doing Nihility before Kafka. I guess that leaves Propagation and Hunt. Propagation might work. Yeah, I think this is the best case, yeah. It's lower than the recommended level. Oh, wait, first off. We gotta replace your light cone. Ah, shit. I'm just realizing. You don't have any other good light cones, do you, Asta? God, why is this light cone so underleveled? Ting Yun is gonna be so squishy in this, though, because she's already underleveled. Okay, you know what? Asta, fine. You can keep it. Let's do this. Yep, it's not wrong. Awesome. Great to hear. I'm probably not supposed to be here? Nonsense. You're welcome here. You check out the top of the Limgrave Divine Tower? No, I did not, because when I stopped the stream, I stopped checking things. We'll do it next time we're playing, though, Xavier. The problem is, I just have to beat Margit, and, like, I'd probably turn off his AI and just fight him, but the problem is my character is, like, level 1, so that will take a while. I didn't have the time to do it that day. If I remember correctly, I want... Oh, this... God, both of these are good, but I think this is more worthwhile in the long run. This is gonna suck, though, because they don't have Topaz's extra stuff I'll get from her. Well, it is what it is. Wait, what? Why did you... I was aiming at the one in front of me! Stupid game.
Oh, stars, give these
Because I don't play
trailblazers
this
your
game, that's why.
blessing.
You don't have to play this game to sit in it, chat.
Please.
Oh, wait, let's see. I had this on autoplay.
Victory!
That was a mistake.
My turn.
Damn.
Choose from
Wasting DPS.
Let's be friends.
We'll do this.
Yeah!
Yeah, this should be fun.
Who will it be? I'm scared.
Stay put.
Protect me. Protect me. Wait for the taps. Wow.
Damn. There we go. Beautiful.
You paid for that.
Yeah, like most of the time, Rosario, we're like playing like stuff like Elden Ring or some random indie title or something. Like most people are here for my From Software content. But like I play a bunch of different things, and I don't really care about what the topic is that while we're playing it. And besides, who knows? You never know.
Stars, give these trailblazers
You might
your
find a new
blessing.
game that you'll enjoy to watch, if not play yourself.
1,000 wonders
this.
to finest one. Look at the draw. Please. And
Victory! What's the name of the game? Honkai Star Rail. I think you can see it in the description, right? Because I should have added the game, the directory.
let's be friends.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
God, I forgot how terrible Fortune's difficulty is in
Choose me
Stars of Tanks. Wow. Alright, I gotta look this up in advance because I actually don't remember. Propagation path resonances. I actually don't remember what, like, side paths we should go for if it's not propagation blessings. Destruction and preservation. Okay. So basically, we can't go Remembrance, or at least we shouldn't prioritize it. We'll go with this one. We'll go with this one too. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm a Genshin Impact player, by the way. Oh, awesome. Yeah, I haven't played Genshin Impact myself. But I got into Honkai because of the Kafka trailer. Funny how marketing works. We'll do this.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
I forgot, have you spent any money yet, Loki? Yes, I did. I spent money at the beginning of this month. Or was it, end of last month? Either way, yeah, I spent money on this. I spent money on this game already. As soon as like Kafka's banner was confirmed, and I knew that I had to start preparing in advance for it, I've been spending money on this game. So I bought the battle pass, and I paid for like the $5 like, oh, get like, you know, get free like spending currency over the course of like 30 days.
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Gosh, we are so
Wait for
unlucky
the
with the
Come on.
defenses too, because like we have not had any quantum or even like lightning at least for Ting Yun to get some value off of. Let's get you lower. Yeah, you same thing here. Beautiful.
I'm scared.
Stay put! Get them!
Lower. Come on. Oh.
1,000 wonders to fight as one.
There we go.
Luck of the draw. Please.
Lol marketing. Yep. I saw this interesting fact in the Dark Souls 3 wiki. Did you know about the unique interaction with Demon Scar? No, I do not. I use that weapon, but I know nothing about it, really. I just use it because it's cool. Gain a shield for every 1% HP lost by a character. The defense increases. That's probably really good, but I'm going to go for this because damage. Damage and protection from shields. When entering combat this turn, characters will recover the same amount of skill points as they consume for 3 turns. That is so stupidly good. What other options do we have? They receive Blessing of Propagation equal to the number current that exists on the current plane. If all Blessing of Propagation have already been obtained, receive a random blessing instead. Only selected domains can become the movement targets this turn. Immediately generates 1 random beacon in Combat Swarm domain. We'll just go with that. I really want to go on this adventure tile. Yeah, it's going to be really rough. When allies enter swarm domains, they will receive a special effect of propagation. For every combat swarm or current swarm domains that allies enter, all allies' basic attack damage increases by 20%. Ah, that's so good, though! That is so good. Okay, you know, we're going to go here immediately. I'm going to skip that side path and just, like, go for the occurrences instead.
Cool it.
I tried to split screen this and play Genshin, but it said it's not able to. That I can't help you with. Damage is power, and power is, yeah. Let's see, high tech, the traps. Obtain 150 charisma. Entire team loses HP equal to 50% of their current HP. Let's go for this. Merely taking 1 random domain into this, okay. No! My shop! You bastards! Why would you do that to me? My shop! It's okay. I didn't want to spend my currency anyway. What are these cosmic fragments for, right? Speaking of, I'm about to get a lot more, possibly. Sure. Low chance of obtaining a random curio, chance of obtaining a random curio, chance of obtaining a random negative, sure. A popular gacha toy. Nice! Sure, I'm not gonna be able to spend on anything else. Free rerolls, yeah! Yeah, whenever we're at max HP, more currency. This turn, characters recover. Da-da. Yeah, we're not going for combat. I am the most unlucky son of a gun. That's the nature of roguelikes, though, right? Obtain negative Curie on 3 cosmic fragments. Sure. When selecting Blessed after victory, the number of it will be reduced by 1. Oh no, that's one of the worst ones. Fuck. Couldn't you have been like the 5% damage one that multiplies? I'll take that. It turned my it turned my shop banner into this thing twice. That is sure. Okay, whatever you say, game. Oh, yeah. The damn swarm. Bugs. We have a bug infestation.
Found your weakness.
Yeah, we did.
Welcome, customers. Who invited you?
Well, I guess we do this. Ouch. Ouch. Oh no.
I'm scared.
Stay put.
Do this.
Protect me. Protect me. Choose my strike. Wow. This sucks.
Alright, we're gonna do this
1,000
first.
wonders to fight as one. Gotcha.
Really? Really? Well, fuck. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Can we talk?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
This damage. What is this damage? Oh no. God. What
Get
the-
them.
Everything is ridiculous.
Yeah, get
Stars,
Q2.
give
Yeah,
these
get Q2
trailblazers your
faster.
blessing.
Also, Kiki already drew her stuff.
for the
God, I am
tiles.
very unlucky. This is awful. No, stop hitting Ting Yun! Hit anyone except Ting Yun. Yeah, we want to spread it. Before this happens,
1,000 wonders to fight as one.
give her the damage boost so she at least has it.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Give me
This.
strength.
Alright,
Choose my strike. Stay calm.
alright, we're gonna do this.
Luck of the draw.
So they're all gonna break.
And victory! Don't come back.
Things or
Damage
devils.
boost.
I'll crush them all.
Low damage. God, this difficulty.
Seize the moment. Yeah! Huh?
Probably want to do this actually. Yeah, want to do this now.
Everything is ordained. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your
They're on the
blessing.
speed move. Alright. This is more, I guess, realistic than Genshin Impact. Realistic, how so? Again, as someone who's not too familiar with Genshin, I would love to know that. Ah, it could be worse, I guess. I should be worried about damage, because I'm definitely not going to be able to do enough. Let's worry about these guys, then. Okay. Oh god, why? Why is Ting Yun always your target? No, stop.
Seize the moment.
Alright,
No manners, huh?
Alright, burn. Oh my god, poor Ting Yun. Alright, that's... Okay, that's it.
1,000 wonders to fight as one.
Stop. Ting Yun doesn't deserve this.
Wait for the tiles. Wow!
Well,
Luck of the draw.
the good news is once we get one of them down, the rest of them start coming down.
Victory!
Oh, no. Oh no, all of them are dead. Never mind. Okay, we're fine. Did my follow-up message show up for you? Let's see. If you cast the Warmth Pyromancy, allegedly it will play a roar sound effect, and it's the only one that will do so. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm actually familiar with that. Yeah, I recall seeing that a long time ago. Let's see. For each character, a skill point character consumes the character regenerates 3 extra energy. Actually, this is really good for QQ. Select a comment, make all domains adjacent to it random, become either. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do this. I'm cheating. Select boss or domain and immediately receive blessing of propagation equal to the number of combat domains that exist on the current plane. If all have already if all blessing of propagation have already been obtained, receive a random blessing. Only selected domains can become the movement targets this turn. Okay. So we want to go here, right? Wait. Oh, this is the boss that they're like, okay, sure. Woo! Nice, and we got the destruction interplay. Coolio. Okay, now I get what it's about. Okay, it automatically selects it, but I can only move here. Okay. So basically, you choose this when you want to skip all the other swarm stuff and go straight to the boss. Add wind weakness, add physical. Both of these suck. I want quantum, but I guess this guy will be easier to deal with.
That's a tough nut to crack.
Yep, that's for sure.
Found your weakness.
Yo, you talk about Genshin Impact? Yeah, I don't mind. What sucks about playing this game so late after it comes out, I don't have a good idea what you might already know / don't know. Yeah, that would definitely be so. What does this do again? Just trying to remember. Target ally immediately takes action, recovering skill point, activating Metamorphosis. Ah, okay. So I select one ally and they immediately get to go. Okay, I'm remembering now. We'll do that later.
No manners, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, this is scary.
Don't.
Do I remember anything specific happening? No. This.
Choose when to strike.
Yeah, we want to do this.
Everything is ordained. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Yeah, so other people get to go.
Come on, my turn.
Do this.
Luck of the draw, please, and victory!
Yeah, this is gonna be perfect. Yeah, we do this.
Yeah! Who will it be? When they keep quiet. 1,000 wonders to fight as one!
Do this.
Fiends or devils, I'll crush them all!
Wow, my
There
turn.
we go, perfect. Lucky Gampa.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
What do we want to do then? Yeah, we do
Get
this.
them!
Ow! Wow! Rude! They're gonna die next. Then we do this. For you. Beautiful. Beautiful! Ah, this is so
Luck of the
beautiful!
draw. Please,
Gonna get some
and
kills off this.
victory!
And we have the Autarky, so we get to do Foul Up. Boom! Alright, please don't target me. Wait, what?
I'm scared.
Stay put!
Give me
You're just
strength.
gonna summon Lord right away? Oh god, this bug. I do not like this bug version of this
Everything's
boss.
stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
We're not gonna go.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again.
I can absorb them. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Okay.
1,000 wonders.
It's gonna get us off again.
Fight as one.
Alright. Do this.
Luck of the draw. Freeze and victory!
Beautiful, okay.
Who invited you? Huh?
Do I want to go in with only 2?
Forget them.
Okay, let's try this again.
Come on.
Come on.
Just gotcha.
Come on!
Come on.
Woo! Damn, didn't get the break though with autarky. Well, well, this is gonna suck. Well, well, it was a good run, chat. Like, do the purple flowers near the unique grave behind the Church of Yorshka also showing up at the Ring City mean anything to you? Nope. Genshin Impact is a more open world game since it doesn't fight on a turn-based battle, and more glitches probably. There's 5 main region in Genshin Impact, which is Mondstadt, Liyue, Inazuma, Sumeru, and Fontaine, in that order. Okay. So it's a lot more, so it's a lot more like Breath of the Wild or Skyrim or something to that effect. Yep. Well, that went about as what I expected. Okay, so I'm still not ready for Torturous with Propagation. At the very least, I need better relics on QQ. Her relics are garbage. Like, look at this. Look at that crit damage. She has the 70% crit rate, but her crit damage is barely higher. That is embarrassing. She is not doing the damage output she should. Her attack could also be a little higher, honestly. Yeah, the problem is I'm not focusing on her relics right now. Maybe one day they'll let us be able to choose substats in relics and synthesis, but that is not today. So yeah, until I do a lot better on that front, I'm just not gonna be able to force my way through there. Yes, exactly. Oh, good, good. Glad to know that I have it on point.
Such a peaceful spot.
I don't see where the realism, though, comes in. I guess with turn-based combat, it lets you be able to simulate, I guess, more grounded encounters, I suppose? I don't know, though. This game is like a space comedy, so there's a lot of pretty, like, off-the-wall kind of shit that happens with, like, even combat. Like, I literally just played as a girl who fights with Mahjong. Or Mahjong, I forget how it's pronounced. Like... I just, like, basically tried to kill a bunch of bugs by throwing a bunch of Mahjong tiles at her. I'll say that Dark Souls 3 has a lot of different flower models that they didn't reuse in Elden Ring. Yeah, that much is very true. I played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so I guess I have an addiction to open world games. LOL. I think most people do, right? There's a reason why open world games are so common, right? Like, people really want to milk what guys want to play, so... I think that open world games are like the thing right now, at least for the past decade, since Skyrim. Yeah, I don't know though. We basically have nothing else that we can do, right? Because we pulled everything we want on the banner. There's nothing else I really want to do or can do. Like, we finished this, we've done this event, we've done the companion quest. So yeah, I think we just have to wait until next patch, and I'm just gonna be like saving up until then. The good news is I don't have to spend anything on the raw main banner. Like, I probably should because she's gonna be so broken, but like I really just want to get Kafka. Freedom, we like freedom, that's true. Have you played Elden Ring? I assume that's directed at Rosario. Let's see. What are we looking at here? Good stuff on the synthesis. We have some self-modeling resin to save. You know, I guess I could work on Forgotten Hall. The problem is, I feel like I'm stuck because of the fire
Do
strong
you want to
enemies
enter
here.
the Forgotten?
Like, I need to... No, this is for the Kafka one. Yeah, that one has its own problems. The problem with this one is that I don't have the numbers again, this is going back to my issue of my team setup. This I can definitely do in a reasonable amount of time with the teams I have here, but Herta is not built. I need Herta's stats to be higher. I need better relics. This I could totally do if I had an AoE person, but I don't. I only have Topaz. So I need a different team for this Kafka fight. And that's basically my problem right now. I'm super bottlenecked by relics and character types right now. If I had Silverwolf built, I could probably brute force this fight against Kafka. Because I could just force everyone to have, like, Imaginary or something and use Dr. Ratio. But I gotta do that in the future. So many characters to build, so few resources. Gosh, yeah, I need the Quantum team here. These guys are the reason I can't get to Argenti fast enough. Because I need my Quantum team to deal with these people. Because I have nothing else that can beat these guys in a fast enough time. But I don't have the ice units. Using Herta here does not work. She just dies because she's so squishy. So like, yeah, I'm stuck in a very weird rut with this week's MOC. By the way, what's your age? I want to know if there's an age gap or not. I do not talk about my personal details on the internet, just as a general rule, FYI. It's the new fad currently, for better and for worse. Yeah, I suppose that's true. Freedom can be a double-edged sword, but rather have it than not, especially in my games. The only thing I would say is that with open world games, is I feel it's become too easy, and I think Elden Ring has highlighted this, to make your games just sort of full of, like, busy work, where it's just clutter. It's not meaningful in any way. I don't know how it is in Genshin, but at least in, like, Elden Ring, it shows that there's a certain artistry to crafting an open world that is missing from a lot of open world games, including some of the people who pioneered them, like Bethesda. Like, did you guys hear about Starfield? I mean, I wasn't too interested in Starfield, but that kind of came and went. Now everyone seems to remember it as mediocre. Which, I'm not surprised, because Bethesda has been in a difficult spot ever since, Skyrim. Okay, thanks. Yeah, no problem, Rosario. Like, sorry not to, can't clarify that for you, but just my personal policy. Oh, I don't know what we're gonna do then, chat. Yeah, I think we might just have to... I'm going to do my dailies off-stream, and just, like, we're going to take a break from Honkai, I think, until 1.6 comes out, which will be, like, in a week, right? We'll probably do Coffin of Andy and Lily, then, we'll either do it tomorrow or Armored Core tomorrow. Depends on when the patch comes out. If the patch isn't out before I stream, then definitely we'll do Coffin. But if it is, we might do Armored Core then. That was wild how the news cycle went with Starfield. Yeah, I remember, like, everyone was hyping it up. I was like, I don't know. It's just, I'm not into going through another Bethesda title. I mean, I guess there is the Spiral Abyss in Genshin Impact, which is supposed to be a challenge. So they have their own, like, Memory of Chaos type thing. I guess that makes sense because they're by the same company, right? So. Yeah, I really enjoyed the endgame content here. As far as, like, the challenges. The problem is, I can't properly challenge it because, one, they did a difficulty spike this past few weeks, which is making it a little bit more difficult for me. But more importantly, my issue is right now that I just don't have the proper team. I happen to roll into all fire, and we're going against two of these fuckers who just are fire. And it's just, they're super resistant to it. So it's like, okay, I just can't do things fast enough to actually win, let alone get the 3 stars. Oh, did I do your quest? No, I don't want to look at the guest list.
Back already?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
I'm not in trouble, Pom Pom. Nope, just Trailblaze level. Okay, good. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna do Coffin of Andy and Lily tomorrow, or Armored Core, one of the two. And then, I want to get back to the Dark Souls lore play this week, especially if I'm not dropping off my computer now. So I'm gonna try to do some tests, to try to see if I can still play the game properly with the 4K setup. assuming everything goes right, I think we'll be able to play it sometime this week. Need a better team, time to wail. Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, it's just, I got super unlucky in that I have, like, I joined the game when, like, the main damage dealer was a fire hunt unit. And then I ended up getting, like, other fire units along with her. Some of these by pure chance. Like, Himiko, I was not expecting I would get or build her, but she ended up being really good in general for me in my specific follow-up playstyle. Like, I mean, she's the reason I was able to beat Swarm Disaster on Torturous the first time. I'm gonna go to Genshin Impact, check out the BRB, no problem, Rosario. We're probably gonna wrap things up soon. I'm not getting my hopes up for Dark Souls lore play stream. Listen, Xavier, it's happening, I promise. Listen, I know it's been many, many months that I haven't been able to do it for various reasons, but I promise, it's still happening. I really hate that I haven't been able to continue it properly. Schedule's just been a wreck. One of the things I like when I finish up my Godric stuff is I'm going to tell people I'm going to take a pause to focus on my Dark Souls content, and especially my YouTube content. Because I really want to get to, like, actually making YouTube videos for, like, Abyssal, based on Abyssal Archive and, like, all the other stuff that I've done. And I just haven't been able to finish the editing process of that. Just because I don't have the time between, like, you know, doing these live streams, doing the actual article stuff, you know, doing work. You've promised before! Yes, and then things happen! By the way, it's not A, it's O. Oh, Rosario, sorry. Have I been saying Rosario? My bad. But anyway, yeah, I do want to get back to it. Hopefully, I'll be able to get it all done, because we only need to do Seath, Gwendolyn, Manus, Artorias, Calamite, I guess. Oh, Sanctuary Guardian, so, like, what's that, 6 bosses before Gwyn? And then we'll be done. I think I can get that all done in, like, 3 to 4 episodes. I'm more excited for Dark Souls content now that I'm going through Dark Souls 3 again. Well, you never know. That would be a great time for you to go buy Abyssal Archive and add it to your shelf if you're preparing for Dark Souls content. But yeah, I do want to do some YouTube content related to that. At the very least, I want to finish those Loki looks for looking at Hawkshaw's old timeline video and commenting on that, and hopefully, like, get at least, like, some beginning stuff that I've been working on for, like, cosmology and stuff. The problem with my Dark Souls content is because I've written it so thoroughly for my book content and my website, getting it for, like, video format is super weird. And because I haven't hired an editor, doing all that myself is such a major time sink. Welcome back. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. On the plus side, I think the Dark Souls lore play will be able to be done, like, within a few months. I don't think it's gonna take me much longer. I've had to, like, put it on hold for so long, but I think I'll be able to, like, crank it out, like, one after the other once I get back to it. A reaction video or a stream? It'll be a reaction video. I don't want to do the stream because I'd much rather be able to have my responses to the content be planned out, and, like, the actual recording is done. Like, maybe I'll re-record it if I'm not happy with something about the quality, or I think I could have, like, done more commentary that I didn't think about at the time. But for now, it's just editing it together. And in the future Loki looks will be looking purely at the purely at a pre-scripted format. I don't know if we'll do any streaming content for that type of stuff either. Because, again, I don't want to misspeak or go something off my memory that I can't immediately validate, and then I'll be wrong, and I would hate to do that to someone, especially if it's something where I'm being critical of them in any way. Because I don't think that's fair to them, because then that's just me spreading misinformation. It's fine if it's, like, a casual thing, and we're talking about stuff while playing or whatever it is. But when it's for a video that I want to showcase to someone for an organized critique, I want to put the effort in to make sure that I'm, like, I double-checked I did my homework, I double-checked, made sure I'm not misremembering something, yada yada yada, right? So that's it. But yeah, I think we're going to wrap things up now. So, again, tomorrow, we'll see how it plays out. We might do some Armored Core. It'd be cool to at least get the other weapons and things, but that'll depend purely on like when From Software is dropping the patch. So until then, see you later, everybody. Okay? Loved having you here. Welcome in, Rosario. Love to have you for another stream if you'd be so inclined. That's fair, doing some TA reactions. Yes, we'll do Elden Ring reactions too, but like I haven't recorded any of those yet. Again, I want to focus on the Dark Souls stuff first. Bless me. So we'll see how that goes. But again, until then, see you guys later.